Well, good morning and welcome to the Sudoku channel. This is Oliver coming to you from y'all by the sea here in Ireland over in Europe, and you are very welcome. Now in this sequence what we normally do is we're going back through the archives of the Telegraph newspaper in the UK, and we're looking at their diabolical Sudokus. Now for those of you who are following this series, we should actually be looking at the diabolical from the 9th of April 2021, number 5457, but I had a look at that and it was simple. There was no advanced techniques at all involved in it, so I decided to skip that, and we're now looking at number 5452 of the 2nd of April 2021. Now as usual, part 1 video we look at all the basic solving techniques, and if we don't solve it, if we reckon it'll need a lot more to sort it out, then we'll bring out a second video with the advanced techniques on it. Okay, so let's get a start and see where we can go. Now for this part I'm using Sven's Sudoku pad, which I like very much actually. You can click on a cell. If you double click on it, it'll show you any other cells with that candidate in it. Now what we're trying to do at this phase is just look for any uniques or Snyder pairs. And do we have any? Yeah, we have a Snyder pair. So if we look at this one, if you hold down the control key, we can then there we go. We can't have a 1 along there. We can't have a 1 along here. So the Snyder pair of 1s is going to go in there. And traditionally that always goes, they always go in as pencil marks in the corners. So looking at 1. Again, we can't have a 1 here or across here. So there's going to be another Snyder 1s in there. And that's as far as we can go with the 1s. So on to 2s. Not too bad. Can't be there, can't be there, so that is where the Snyder 2s are going to go into that house. And that's it for the 2s. On to 3s. Would you believe it? We can't get anything out of the 3s. So 4s. We should get something here. Can't be there, can't be there, so that is where the Snyder 4s will be for that house. And 4s again. Well, this is an unusual one. We know we can't have the 4 along here or along here. Now also, the 4s in this one will have to be somewhere along these 3, because it can't be down there, it can't be in here, which means we can't have a 4 along here. You could look upon that as sort of a pointing triple, which means the 4 will have to go in here somewhere. And 5. Not there, not here, therefore it's going to be here or here. And again, well, not there, not here. So it must be here or here. And 6s, where are the 6s? Not there, not here, so do 6s in here. And 7s. Oh no, can't have it here, but there'd be 3 7s there. Well, again, we have the same thing. The 7 can't be along here. Can't be along here. It means the 7 must be somewhere along here. So then it goes, again, that's going to be a pointing triple of 7s, which means we can't have a 7 in this house here. So the 7 is going to have to be here or here. And based on that, if we look at the 2s, I missed this earlier on. 2 can't be along here, so it must be along here, which means that one there cannot be a 2, which makes this one the 2 and this one the 7. Go back in the 2s again. No. Okay, 7s. And 8. Well, not along there, not along here. That one coming down there, so we have our 2 8s in here, a Snyder pair. And 8 again. Well, can't be down here, so the dates are going to be in here in that house. I think that's it for the 8s. Yeah, 9s. Not here, not here, so in there. And that's it for the 9s. We didn't do too well out of that now, sure we didn't. I'll do a quick run through them again, and if I find anything I'll come back to you, okay? Well, here on the 3s, we can't have it there, we can't have it there, so it's going to be here or here. Snyder pair. Right, didn't find anything else. Now if we look at this row here, there are only 2 cells left, which means there must be 2 candidates still outstanding. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 will be here or here, 5, 6, 7, which means 8 has to be here or here as well. Now that's known as a conjugate pair, and I like to colour them green because it's a conjugate pair for the house, and blue because it's a conjugate pair for the row. So we now know what will go into these two cells. Now if we look at 9, 9 can't be down here, can't be across here, so 9 must go in there or there. Now I'm kind of stuck at this stage. I really don't know what to do. I'd look for any pairs or triples. For example, over here we have a triple inside in this house here, and the possibles to go in there are 5, 6 and 8. Well, we can see immediately we can't have a 5 long here, so that's going to be a 6, 8. And we have a 5, 6, 8 and a 5, 6, 8. Oh, we can't have an 8 there, so we'll get rid of the 8. So it's a 6, 8, 5, 6, 5, 6, 8. Now, I'm somewhat piqued by this house here. You know, having the 6, 5, 9 in the middle, I'm wondering, does that do anything for us in terms of the other 3 here? So what can go in there all together? It's going to be, let me see, it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5, 6, we don't have 7 or 8, and we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Well, along here we can't have a 3 because we have a 3 there, so we can get rid of that one anyway for starters. Along here we have a 2, 4 and a 7. So we can get rid of those. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. There's a 1 down there. That'll get rid of that one, giving us a 2, 4, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. We have a 1 up here. That'll get rid of a 1 there. And we have an 8 at the bottom. Nicely done. And we can get rid of that 8 there. Now here we have a 1, 3, 8. Oh, here we can get rid of a 1 there. And, oh, we can get rid of a 1 here. Oh, look at that. We have another unique. These are hard fought in this puzzle, I have to say, so that gives us a 3. Okay, relax a bit now. That 3, we can get rid of these 2 3s here. And we have an 8. Gets rid of these 8s. So we now have a 1. We're coming nicely out of this now, aren't we? So what have we got wrong over here? Well, that 8 means we can't have a 5, 8 there, so this must be a 5, 6, 5, 6. Let me clean that up. Okay, and now looking now at this row, this one here has to be a 9. We got a bit out of that now, didn't we? So we can get rid of this 9 up here. Alright, at this stage I'm just going to have a quick look through the whole, I'll scan through the whole load of candidates again. So give me a second and I'll be back to you. Well, now we can put in 2 1s over here. I should have noticed this before. Having put in the 2 1s here, it is now a conjugate pair in here, so the other half that is going to be a 6. So stick in the 1, 6 there. Okay, up the top here on the 8s, we have our 2 8s there, Snyder pair of 8s. And down here on the 9s, we're going to get, we can't have a 9 down there, and we can't have 9 here, so we're going to get 2 9s in there, which is going to be another conjugate pair of 9s in this case, and that will be for the house, and this time is for the column. And I just noticed something else that I should have picked up a long time ago. We have our conjugate pair here of 5 6s, which means we can't have any of the 5s or 6, which means that one there cannot be a 6, so that has to be an 8, a unique 8, and that 8 means that we can't have an 8 here, and the 8 must be there beside it. And also, while we're here, we have a 1 6 1 6, which means we can't have a 1 or a 6 anywhere else, which means we need to get rid of that 1 there. And that leaves us with a triple of 2 4 7. I've just gone through all the candidates again, 1 to 9, and I didn't get anywhere. So at this stage, it is usually good to switch over to looking at rows and columns to see if we can get anything. Like I see here that there's 3 there, 3 there. But there's something else, even though this has got a lot of numbers, a lot of cells to be filled, and sometimes they're the ones where you can pick off something. And it just happened to see, if you look at it, where can 9 go? Well, it can't go anywhere along there, and it can't go, yeah, there's a 9 at the top, it can't go there, and it can't go here. So this is the only place for a 9, so that is a unique 9. As I said, sometimes I go for the ones that have, like this one here's got very little in it. I'd see if I can find a triple in there just to start filling it out anyway. So let's start looking now at rows and columns. Oh, but what's on me? Before we do that, we got a 9 here, so what effect does that have anywhere? Let me see. Can't have a 9 there, we can't have a 9 across here. Oh, we can't have a 9 up here. That is glad I did that. Unique 9. Try again. We got 1, 2, 3 there, 1, 2, 3. We can't have a 9 here anymore, which means this is going to be the 9. And I think that is all our 9s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down here we have, can't have a 9 there. Why didn't I see that before? Because of that 9 there. You've probably been screaming at me about that. Sorry about that. So that has to be a 3. And this one down here has to be a 9. So on the 3s, anything else popping out at us? Well, yeah, can't have a 3 there, we can't have a 3 here, so another unique 3 in here. Things are coming together again for us, aren't they? Look at that. Can't have it there, can't have it here. There's a 3 across here, which means this one here has to be the 3, and the one above it will have to be the 4. Right, not across there or there, so we have Snyder pair of 3s in there, and we have 3s for down here now. Yeah, can't have across there or here, so that is where the Snyder pair of 3s goes in there. Sorry if I've been a little bit indistinct and mumbling. Right, having done all that, look, I'm going to do another quick run through and see what we can get. If I find anything, I'll come back to you. But I'm going to do it a different way. Like, I'm going to look at any player. Oh, hold on a minute. We only have 2 left here. That's a 5, 6. What has to be left here is another 5, 6. Because we only have 2 cells left. And there's no reason why we can't have a 5 or a 6 there. No, okay. So that now is going to be for the column. But now let's look at this as a triple, shall we say, in here. What are the ones that are left in there? Well, we know it's going to be a 5 or 6. And the only other one then is a 7. 5, 6 or 7. 7 can't be here, which means we have a pair of 7s over here. You know what, I really think I'm asleep. There is a 7 here, so we cannot have a 7 there. Giving us now a 5, 6, 5, 6, and this is now 5, 6, 5, 6 in the house. Which means this now is the 7 for that house. Can't be anything else in there. We now have a 5, 6 and 2 more left down here, so let's see what can go in there. It's going to be 4, 5 and 6. Okay, check what we can have anywhere. This 4, 5, 6, we have a 5 up there, so let's get rid of the 5 there. Over here we have a 6 up there, so we get rid of the 6, and over here we have a 4. So we now have a triple made up of a 5, 6, a 4, 5 and a 4, 6. It could have been nicer, but it's not the end of the world. And then just as I'm looking down here, just notice not of any great import, I suppose. But on the ones, we can't have 1 there or there, so we're going to have a Snyder pair of 1s in here. That's more of a bit of a throwaway than anything else. Oh, look at here on the 6. We can't have a 6 across there, so we have a pair of 6s in there. In fact, if we look at this column here, what are the 3 that will go in there? It's going to be 2, 5 and 6. Now we know that the 6 can't go in there, so I'll just pull that one out anyway. But on this 2, 5, 6, it's going to be 2, 5, 6, and here's also going to be 2, 5, 6. So it didn't really help us. But we have another triple along here. Oh, we don't. We've got a 5, 6, 5, 6. That means we know what's going to go up here, because there's only 1 left up here. And all that's left at this stage is a 7. So that must be a 7. On the 7s now, it can't be there or there or there, so we have a pair of 7s in there. Oh, I've just noticed this 5 here. We can't have a 5 there. That was wrong, and that means we now have 2 6s and we have 2 5s this way. You know, with all my iterations going back over all these candidates and all the rest of it, I think I'm still just blind. There is an 8 here, which means this one here must be a 4. And the one beside it must be the 8. I saw another one there. Where did I see it? Oh yeah, look, this 3 here, that one there can't be a 3, which means this must be our 3. And that being a 3 means this one down here can't be a 3, and this one here must be the 3. I'm just wondering, is this going to sort itself out? You know, I've been staring at this now for the last 10 or 15 minutes, and I cannot find anything straightforward anywhere. Now, I didn't see any triples. I've just been doing the mentally going around every row and column to see if there's anything in there that I can use. And I haven't found anything. I think all I can do now is put in all the possible candidates and go from there. And I have a feeling that will be the end of this. We'll have to go on to the next video. So let me stuff in all the possible candidates first. Okay. Well, this is it, I think. I hope I've got them put in properly. I think I have. And the only thing I can see is... I thought this might be a triple, but it's not. However, if we add that with this one here, the 1, 2, 4 at the top, we now have a quad of 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 6, 2, 6, and 4, 6, which means we cannot have 1, 2, 4, or 6 anywhere else. So we can get rid of 2, 4, and 6 out of that one. And we can get rid of 2, 6 out of that one, giving us a 7, 8, 7, 8. Ah, look, well, we got something out. That's nice. And we'll colour that now for the house and the column. And I don't know if that does anything else for us. It doesn't seem to around here. Everything's the same. Oh, look at here. On this row, we now only have a single 6. That's 6. We can get rid of the 6 here. And that gives us another conjugate pair in there. And again for a house and a column. I feel like I'm trying to squeeze the last drop of blood out of this. So near the end and yet so far, isn't it? I'm looking now at rows and columns to see if there's a limited number of candidates somewhere, like pointing pairs or pointing triples or something like that. Well, there's a pointing triple. We have 3 6s here for this column, which means we can't have any 6s over here. Oh, we now get a 5. That was nice. So we'll get rid of these 2 5s over here. And get rid of that 5 there. Don't see anything. Oh, there's another column over here. Sorry, not a column, a row. The 7s are there, the 8s are there. The 2s are only here and here, which means we can't have any other 2s in this house because they have to be there or there for that row. I'll have to use some different way of showing these now because they're not as easy to see anymore. Feeling I'm just going to have to give up and go looking for some other more advanced way of sorting this out because I can't see anything at the moment except, oh, there we go. There's always one somewhere. There are 2 2s there, 2 1s, 2 6s, but those 2 are in a house, which means that's not much now to talk about. We get rid of that 2 there. Right, have to call a halt, have to give in. I can't go any further. That's as far as I can go. So let's call a halt on this. Hope you've enjoyed these. I found this one to be very long-winded, to put it mildly. But I hope I've done everything I can here, and I will have to use an advanced technique and I haven't made some stupid mistake. So assuming that I haven't made a stupid mistake, I will see you in part 2. Remember, if you want to follow these ones, going back over the Diabolicals, do subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll know automatically when we do the next one. So in a day or two, I hopefully will have part 2 of this ready with some advanced techniques and the solution there. If you have your own solution, simple or otherwise, be sure and put it down below in comments. People around look at them. Not everybody puts in comments, and I'm sure they appreciate any comments that you put in there. Okay, that's it for me now for the time being. Slán Tamil.